Hello, everybody. Here at God, my throat's a little. I haven't been talking all day, so my throat's shot. Hang on. Much better. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Sunday night live drawing. Tonight, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 5 of these 15 Frankenstein prints. I think I should be able to do 5 good pencil drawings in about an hour. Oh my God, these printed out so nicely. If you've been following me for a while, I've flashed the oversized, like the really huge original for this. And my art rep had this printed. You can see, oh my God, look how black those lines are. My hand moving is probably enough. You can actually see the tiny little specks of snow I splattered in. These turned out really beautifully. And I'm going to be very carefully doing a nice little Frankenstein remark head sketch, Frankenstein's monster head sketch, signing. And again, I was really actually expecting a lot more of these to sell. There was like so much enthusiasm. In fact, I know that we overprinted by doing 50. Hey, Anson, how you doing? But yeah, so 15. So the page is still up on Cadence. If you want to get some of the extras, I'll be remarking here. It's on the Cadence Comic Art. Hang on, let me make sure I get that right. Yeah, it's cadenceselect.bigcartel.com. In the print section, I'm the first print because I'm the latest print. And there should still be a couple of these left to go. I think we were initially going to go as high as 50, but 15, combined with the economy that we have, and just in general, like how much crap has been kicked out of us over the last several years, I can understand people just may not want to spend. I mean, this is only $50. I mean, the print quality is astounding on this paper. I mean, it's really thick. It's thicker than. It's as thick as, if not thicker than most comic art board. So it's a beautiful print. So I'm going to ruin them by doing a little Conan head sketch. Do I got to lower the camera? I'm going to have to lower the camera more. There we go. That should be good. Almost fits on there. So hopefully I won't be banging my head too much on it. I'm not going to do the numbering on these right off the bat. I'm just going to do the head sketches and then sign them after. Save us a little bit of time because I kind of have to like psych myself up to do a really good signature and a numbering and everything. So I'm going to lightly draw. It's going to be a little repetitive. I'm going to draw several monster heads for the remarks. I figure that's what most people buying this are going to want. I'm going to draw very lightly. Can you see that? I think so. Yeah, it looks like you can see it. There's a luminous construction here. Give him the heavier brows, more distinct cheekbones. Going to lengthen his face in a little bit there, a bit more. So remarking has become like the thing. I mean, I'm going to be doing like 60 of these for Coven when I get those pages printed. I should be hearing about those not too long from now. And I'll probably do a session with those, but again, I probably won't do all 60 of them. Or do all 60 online. I'm going to have to try and do them as quickly as possible so we can speed up production of the book. Because the method they do this is every book is going to have the sign-in tip-in sheet, regardless of whether or not they ask for a signature or a sketch or the remark. And the reason for that is it's just in terms of production, it's easier for us to mass print the full number of the tip-in sheets for all the books. So every book's going to get a tip-in sheet, as I understand it. Um, and but the top of the pile will be the ones I've signed in remarked or just signed, and then the rest will just have the sheet in it. That's what I understand. If I'm wrong, I'm going to have to come back and correct it. That's just how it was explained to me. So there'll be a sheet for me to sign or do a sketch in if you see me at a convention. So that's the extra benefit of it, I guess. It's a very wonderful, heavy, slick paper. It's a lot smoother than my usual stuff. Like I like working on vellum stuff that bites the hell out of my pencil. Where is it? A little bit more. Probably going to do. I showed you that trick where I use a kneaded eraser and I roll it over just to lighten it. Since these are going to be pencil sketches, I'm being very faint on purpose. There's almost no tooth in this. It's super slick. And this is like the smoothest paper I've ever drawn. Not ever, but I've drawn on in years. This is remarkable. Has almost like that new type of coated stock that comes out. It has like a matte coating on it. Feels almost like that. It's so wonderfully smooth. No wonder it took to print so well. And every single one of these prints, can you see that? Try and put some shadow in that. See the cadence? So each one of these has the official cadence. So when the reverse will catch more shadow. Emboss, stamp. Like how I said that just now, stamp. Yes, I seen Bess's Frankenstein, amazing work. There's been some, I mean, not just the Wrightson, but there's been some beautiful work done on. Hmm, end up being a little tacky. Let me use the Moo eraser on this. Just lighten. There we go. Actually, smudge on the next one. I have to clean that up a bit more. All right. Okay. So that lightened it up nicer. I think I want to use a softer pencil. Here we go. These are the Pitt graphite matte pencils. So there's no shine in them at all. So it's good that I get to work with this. That put that a little bit more schmutz than I want. I have a gritty eraser on hand. Something less soft than my Moo. I'll probably have to clean it up after. All right. That's already a lot darker. Oh, I don't know. I think I must have seen the Dracula as well. I must have. I'll after the session, I'll go and check it out again. I give him like a jagged scar across his forehead and have his hair kind of come over it. You see that? All right. All right. What if I should lower it and zoom it in a bit more? Maybe I'll do that for the next one. Oh, very cool. I've never seen a book bound with mice. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Typos galore. Wonderful, wonderful things about one of real wonderful things about working on the Frankenstein project that I did this cover for was rereading several sequences. I didn't end up reading the entirety of the book directly for. As soon as I accepted the gig, I reread the book. As soon as we started making decisions about what we were going to draw, I reread the sequences that mattered most to me. That makes sense. There we go. Yeah. So I knew that sequence of the monster showing up on Captain Walton's boat was pretty damn cool. Actually, no, let's put the scar here. There we go. Put the hairline here. It's the monster in its full primacy. It's the end of the book. It's the beginning of the book. But I mean, he's literally uh, become something that's unstoppable and just literally driven by rage at that point. And I think that's in those sequences, even though Victor Frankenstein's really the villain of the novel, because he's doing what man should not do. By this point, he is that chin should be a little bit lower. Let's lower that chin just a little bit. Oh yeah, so it does rub this off. Okay, that's good. Okay, I'll be able to clean this up nicely. I just feel the monster at the end of it has become a monster, whereas before it was very much a victim of the result of Frankenstein's uh, going where man shouldn't type of stuff in the genre. Don't get to do this type of pencil drawing very often. Yeah, I gotta say, yeah, she was like seriously underage for the party she was keeping that weekend. I think the story is that she wrote the book in a weekend, but I believe it's been corrected to she conceived of the basic story over the weekend, but she actually wrote the novel over the subsequent weeks or months. So it's not that short. It's not that short a book. It's like what, 150, 190 pages, depending on the font. And yeah, it's a real wonderfully quick read. I want some like shadow blending here. The lack of tooth on this paper means I can't go like this pencil can go like so dark, but Like the quality of the paper is pretty impressive, but it's not letting me do some of the stuff I want to do that toothier paper would let me do. I did the hood coming up over there, so the hair is like just. Sorry for the dead air. I'm just really focused on making sure I really understand this media before I start working the next one. Yeah, just I mean, it's like, oh hey, I made a kid. It just happens to be like 9 feet tall and monstrously yellow with black lips. But I instead of like taking care of it, I'm gonna run away. Not a good look on Vic there. It's like, come on, Victor, take care of your kids, absent father. Wonder, I think I got a 14B in that black. Let's see if I can pull that. Here's a 14B. See how much darker this is. Well, not much darker, it's just going down a little bit easier. Okay, I'm gonna stick with the 14B then. Yeah, it's going down a lot darker. I like it. It's noticeable to me. There we go. I like how that's looking. I think I'm gonna try something here. How's this paper smudge? Seems to be some areas in this that are resisting. See, like a little speck right here. Must be some of the material in the paper. It's resisting the graphite. It must be like some sort of like treatment or something in it. Let me just get a nice gray down here over the. See if the 14 will go over that now. Oh, it's actually lifting out. Well, this is really interesting. Like an impurity or like a special thing thrown into this paper. That was me banging the camera. Oh, I think this paper is coated. Okay, that makes sense now. I loosened some of the coating with the over-rendering. Not used to it. Makes me wonder if maybe I should do ink. That'd be a nice treat to show everyone some graphite chops, but or maybe I shouldn't overwork these as much. Back a bit, push this back a bit. It's like now after I put a layer of the graphite down, the darker graphite's sticking, which is, I guess, good. Get those eyes looking a little more skeletal, bringing that cheekbone a bit. All right, that's one. Not in love with how the paper took the graphite. Maybe I'm gonna have to stick to less dark graphite and just do a lighter pencil drawing. That's one. It only took 23 minutes as I fiddled about. Got a little bit of schmutz that rubbed down from the other sheet. All gone. There we go. All right, let's just try this with the regular graphite. It might be that the matte pencil was just too much. All right. It's almost like this pen. This is a 2B. So this is almost as soft as it gets. And it's barely leaving a mark, which is unfortunate. It must be some sort of coated stock. Okay, I'm gonna jump up to a 6B. Oh, there we go. So maybe I'll just sketch it with the softer graphite, then go back in and essentially ink it with the 6B pencil, because that's coming across even nicer than the pit matte, which surprises me because that pit matte pencil is like pretty high, heavy duty tech. Oh, in case, yeah, there have been because of the winter weather that's hitting us so badly right now. My power's already gone out twice in this building just because of like years ago they built I guess the power relay in this neighborhood in an area that wasn't great, and so occasionally every once in a while it gets frozen or flooded and it just screws everything up. So if I just suddenly go dead, that means my power went out and it might take anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes to come back. So hopefully that won't happen. Hasn't happened since about two, but it happened twice already today. So that's unfortunate. It's tedious as heck. Yeah, this is just working a lot better. I'm not disappointed with the other one, but I just hate when I have to struggle with something that needs to be precise, like right from the word go. This is going on the paper so much better. Yeah, I think that's probably even showing up better. Yeah, much better. Yeah, I think 6B is the way to go. Yeah, this is coming up much more like how I want it. There we go. That one's much better in terms of my getting what I want out of the lines I'm putting down. All right, cool. So that's what I'm going to do. So that's 2. Oh, I don't like the light spot I got here. Let me just push down some of the value here a bit. There we go. So that's 2. So there, oh, it's going a lot faster. I think I'll be able to finish all 5 by 8. That's kind of awesome. As always, since I'm really doing kind of like a simpler thing. Oh my god, my skin's really. I didn't put hand moisturizer on, and now my dead skin's like decided to announce itself on camera. So I got a little dead skin there, and I got some there. Huh. Oh, you can tell I haven't been to the gym. I moisturize my hands before and after the gym because I use so much hand sanitizer. I haven't gone for a few days, so that's part of it too. All right, let's get the third one going here. Actually, let me get a little drink here. All right. Print number 3. Yeah, flop the head again. Kind of like him not having the hood on. So I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna do the 3/4 shot because that seems to be the best way to go. And I'm sketching with the 6 because why not? I can hold a line light with this a 6 as I can with a B. I don't do the kind of quasi skeletal face that Wrightson did as much as I love it because I feel it's so uniquely his that anyone else is essentially just plagiarizing his idea if they do it. So I try and avoid that. I'm gonna put his nose out a bit more there. Let me think I went too dark here. Ain't no reason why he couldn't have a little scar there. But oh, here we go. Yep, yep. That's the key decision. Yeah, description. I mean, sorry, not decision. So far back. I'm just gonna bury the ear. Doesn't work. Now I want to try something. Hang on, let's try and do a smudge here. Then pull some highlights out of that. Make them a little bit more shadowy and monstrous. That's pulling it up nicely. Yeah, Wrightson. I mean, he literally. I mean, he made him the face of death. I'm a proud owner of one of those. The monster threatening Victor in the lab that Wrightson did. That was. I'd like to point out that I had a little bit to do with that getting done. Nakatomi, who does all the current Frankenstein prints. I'm friends with Tim Doyle, who runs that. And I asked if he knew the Wrightson estate because he had actually had some stuff from the Wrightson estate in his shop. And he was like, yeah. I said, the only thing that, rights and left his widow was his work, his estate. I said, what if you guys did prints? And then suddenly he did that print and it sold out pretty quickly. So, I bought one, of course, but it didn't cost me anything to do it. So I really shouldn't say I should take credit, but I'm the guy who put the idea in the hopper. And then suddenly everything got done. Let's get that underground a little bit darker. So all those Frankenstein prints are all gorgeous, but who has the space? I could do it with my friend Jim Zub. He and Stacy King, his partner, they do a lot of D&D books together. They have a huge arts collection. What they do is every year they go and they swap them out. I know full well I would be terrible at remembering to do that. So I'm just envious of their um, control and precision with their plans. There we go. That's three. Three. And two more to go with 15 minutes or so. Well, I won't wrap until I'm done. But I like that they've done multiple prints. And I think they just did a limited edition wood mount. Hang on, let me quickly check. As much as I'd want everyone to go to Cadence and buy a copy of one of these prints here, I do want Bernie's widow to get as much help as she can. Hand printed posters. Here we go. Oh man, God, they got so much beautiful work here. Here we go. All right, so the wedding night, that's the print I have. Over in the Nakatomi site, they are doing a anniversary print, and I think it's mounted on a quarter-inch sheet of birch and lightly varnished. It's limited to 40 copies. So, my gosh, limited 2 per household. And they're selling them for, this is mounted on board, $400. Yep. And do they have any more of the regular 40th anniversary? You can get the Frankenstein in the Lab Threatening Victor for $75 still. Yeah. So they have a few other. They have the scene of Frankenstein in the boat going past a ruin. They have him standing on the cracked up ice floe. Down shot of Frankenstein about to dismember the bride of Frankenstein. That lab shot. Oh, it sold out. Sorry. The one where he's all huddled up in a cellar surrounded by straw and a piece of straw is dry. Yeah, they have. My gosh, they have a lot of these Frankenstein pieces. So you want a beautiful Frankenstein piece on your wall, you could go for me, or you could go for Bernie Classic. Yeah. Let me sharpen this a bit more. Okay, second last of the ones I'm doing tonight. Yeah, there's a coating on the stock, so that's why it takes the ink so well. But it's a little difficult with the pencil, so it's good to know that now for the other 10 I'll be doing. There we go. Getting the hang of this paper just as I'm about to stop for the night. Well, it'd probably be a little easier if I wore my glasses while I'm doing this. I got a very, very mild prescription, like a 1.1 or something. And so it means I can still do a ton of work when I forget to pop them on. But the moment it's like I realize I'm like, oh shit, I'm not wearing my glasses, immediately I start feeling eye fatigue. I think I think the Frankenstein book is still in print. There was a recent edition that was smaller than the original release. I believe it was a hardcover too, and there's been hardcover releases in the interim too as well. Um, so I think Frank and last Christmas my son got me a collection of Wrightson's trading card art. I believe I have to look it up. It has like a swamp creature on the cover, but it wasn't for DC. It was just a whole bunch of like small trading card art that Wrightson had done. Looks a little bit more like Conan here. I'm gonna Cavern out the eyes here a bit. And that's 4. Hang on, do I have that centered right? There we go. All right. Man thing? No, it was definitely it was definitely a sort of swamp thing knock. You know what? Give me half a second. I'm actually a little ahead of what I thought I would be. Let me see if I can dig it out from the library in the other room. Found it. Ah, this book. The FPG years. I'm not sure what that was. That trading card company? What's FPG? I've had this book for over a year now, and I'm trying to wonder. Let's copyright to him. FPG. I don't know who rings bells. Yeah, it must have been trading cards. Because we got the 2 sets of trading cards on display here in the boxes. Series 1, Series 2. Yeah, it looks like this is all the art he did that was used in the trading card sequence. So it's just all trading card art, all small pieces he drew for trading cards, which is kind of a brilliant idea. I don't think I think it was all original to the set, which gave him what? How many cards total? They don't have numbers of how many. Well, hang on. It starts at 100. That's Series 2. So let's say it was 89 cards per set. Because it's an interview. So 80 new pieces of art, maybe more, maybe less per card. You did 2 card sets. I got friends who do cards. I should ask. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my God. Get that glare off of that. Muck monsters, man. Who knows? Down the road, maybe I'll do a witch trading card set. Already done a line of little wooden miniatures, which should be announced. All right, so last one of these for tonight. Next week, back on our Conan. It's been a few weeks, so I figure I should do some Conan. And I have no idea what I'll do the week after. Maybe I'll open up commissions and I'll do a commission. But I think I'll probably do at least 1 Conan, maybe 2 Conans. Postcard mini prints, which I gotta send the new one out to shortly and get all that sorted. Oh my God, I'm not going to be opening up for people who want additional cards, second printing. I don't want to create any more instances where things can go wrong or get lost. I mean, honestly, that second batch of cards I had printed, the fact that it took 2 attempts to actually try and collect them was just nutty. Especially considering the first set was delivered directly to my address. Sorry, Ice Cube. All right. So let me draw the last Frankenstein's monster of the night. Another Yeah, let's head this way again. Keep on thinking back to the video I did where the sound was terrible, but I did all the head construction. I almost feel I should redo that one and hope that don't end up with a sound screw up like last time. It's almost like drawing in ink here. It's so dark compared to what was happening with the HB, or sorry, the B lead. No, everything got screwed up. The second patch I put together to ship with my shipper, they claimed I didn't fill out the form properly, and they just sat on it and didn't let me know. So I had to go and get them. So it's like with everything that's literally happened, like with COVID all the way through the year with the workloads and everything, I haven't had a chance to send them. So I am literally the first weekend I get off from other work, I am going to be shipping everything that needs to be shipped. It's just been. I thought things would calm down a bit after October and the witches, but it's like it's that put me so far behind. I'm literally just racing on everything. But yeah, so everything's gonna go out soon enough. I think. I hope. And I have a handful left of those. So even after this mailing, if anything goes missing, I will have a handful left to print for anyone who needs one. But I won't be doing the infinite reopen, add more thing that I did with the last one because that seemed to create more problems. Well, you will get yours soon enough. I guarantee it. It's one of those things where it's like I'm busy enough. I should have an assistant, but I'm busy enough with work that doesn't pay well enough for me to have an assistant. Actually, it wouldn't take much for me to go from. Actually, this year I might be the first time I actually can afford this. I don't know if I'm going to get a. I've talked about this with some of my friends, and what some of them do is they get a personal assistant from a services that offer them more. more of a California thing than anything else. Um, and what it is they do all the non-work related stuff because it's unskilled. So they'll drop off stuff, pick up stuff, drop stuff at the mail office, post office, all that stuff, and they actually are quite reasonable. Um, so I might do that. Get an assistant who basically takes over a lot of the personal life stuff, laundry, maybe might even get like a little service to do a little tidying in my apartment, and that would give me more time to work and get on top of all this stuff. Or if I get the associated type of thing where it's like, here's all these addresses, address all this stuff, and ship it, that would still give me a huge amount of time back that I don't have right now. So it's one of the things I'm considering. Not like a full on like studio assistant, which would be good, but an actual like personal life assistant type thing who takes care of all the stuff that's actually doesn't get done if I'm just doing nothing but working, which is what I'm already doing. All I'm doing is nothing but working. All right, there you go. There's 5 Frankenstein monster headshots. So I'm going to sign those, number those 1 to 15. I believe that means there's probably about 4 or 5 of these prints available still. Um, I don't know. I haven't talked actual numbers with Paulo from Cadence, but I think these printed up amazing, and I think I did some pretty good remarks on them. So, job monkeys, yeah. Yeah, just someone basically to pick some of the slack that always seems to fall between the cracks for me. I'm always honestly, since October, it feels like I've been playing nothing but catch up. Um, it's a little exhausting, to be honest. But anyway, all right. So thank you guys for showing up. Thank you, Zan, for chatting all week, all night. So that's good. You have a great night. You guys have a great week. And next week, we got ourselves some Conan time. And good night.